Out, 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 out. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Maydaysan Talks. Maydaysan in Japan Talks. And today, we are back at it again with another commentary video. And today's pretty cool because we have some cool gameplay for you guys. It's a game called Hat in Time. If you guys don't know what Hat in Time is an indie game that is much like the classic platformers you guys grew up with. I personally didn't really play platformers and stuff like that when I grew up. Aside from like Zelda, maybe Mario. I didn't play any like Crash Bandicoot trilogy or anything like that. I was thinking about getting it because it was on sale for like, how much was that? I think it still might be on sale. If it's still on sale, maybe I'll pick it up. I'll go check it out after this video recording anyway. But anyway, guys, it is the brink of summer. I have been pretty busy for the last week, so I haven't really been uploading or anything like that. I just uploaded a video yesterday that I kind of had previously recorded with Matt, talking about the summer in Japan and about drinking in Japan and how it's just a completely, necessary evil for people who don't drink here in Japan if you want to be social and stuff like that. But anyway, I want to kind of expand on that today, and I kind of wanted to share my story about the whole drinking culture in Japan. But before that, I want you guys to, to remind you guys that we're going to have a video coming out tomorrow. I'm going to be trying to get back on schedule with that. But also, that being said, part of why I am busy is because I am currently doing some life-changing processes, if I want to say something. And if these processes go through in the next month or so, my life's about to get super duper busy. So I probably gonna have to change the scheduling for Maydaysan in Japan anyway, and probably this channel too. Well, this channel doesn't have a schedule, but probably change the schedule because I know that I'm gonna be too busy to put out skits weekly. But I'll be figuring it out as time goes on. But anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the main channel yet, please do. It's in the description down below, and I'll probably put a card up here as well. Anyway, guys, so let's get into this here, and let's talk about drinking culture in Japan. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid growing up in Canada, I grew up in a Christian family or Catholic family. I went to Catholic school, and I grew up and born and raised in Canada. And if you know anything about Christian culture, anything like our Catholicism, for those of you who came from Canada, I don't know if it's the same in other countries, but basically there's a kind of a shame stigma involved with drinking in, I guess, in the I don't want to generalize because I don't really know if it's just if it's just my situation or if it's everybody's. Let me know if it is in the comment section down below. But there's a stigma, and it was a stigma when I grew up in my family anyway, that to drink is kind of like there's shame attached to it, and it's just kind of like, oh, why are you drinking? Kind of, it's like drugs kind of thing. But it's better than doing marijuana or something. But and because of that, my parents would never really drink in front of me. Like, if they did, it would be like wine at best. But they wouldn't be going to the restaurant and taking me to bars and be like, okay, I'm gonna get a beer, kid. Mason, why don't you go get like an orange juice or something, or a Coke, right? Or they're not ordering whiskey, or they're not drinking and getting drunk in front of me or anything like that. Even at like the Filipino house parties, like no one's getting my mom's side anyway. Like no one was getting drunk and stuff, right? We're just kind of just cola, or maybe a margarita. But like even then, they were like fruity drinks or pina coladas. So like, I guess as a kid, it looks like juice to me. But like for me, like drinking beer, or like my parents drinking beer in front of me or something like that, or some sort of hard alcohol, it was kind of just out of the picture, and it was kind of shamed if it did happen. So then I had a lot of pressure growing up, like to not drink and stuff like that. So I don't want to say I missed out, but I didn't participate in a lot of drinking and stuff because there's generally shame involved with that culture in drinking. So that being said, there was this weird story I had, and I think it's just really different in Japan, because in Japan, I think it's just different here, and I think it's they're more, parents and adults are more comfortable, or maybe there's just no stigma about drinking in front of children or telling children that you drink and stuff. And I have a funny story to accompany this, so let me know if this happened to you guys, or please share your stories down below, what I'm about to tell you. So basically, It's happened on 2 occasions. I'm gonna tell you 2 occasions. So the first occasion ever that this happened to me, culture shock, if you will, was I was teaching at elementary school, 4th grade, for the very first time. And the very first time you got to do is the self-introduction lesson, right? So, okay, cool, blah, blah, blah. And I have a little activity where, like, I say what I like, and then I ask the teacher what they like, and then I ask 3 students what they like, and everyone kind of repeats, and there's this whole train thing. So anyway, so I say, okay, wow, cool, cool. So I have my little cards. I'm trying to be, like, family friendly and stuff. And I'm like, okay, guys, I like Switch. And then the kid's like, I like Switch. And then I go, okay, Mr. Tanaka, we'll call him Mr. Tanaka for this story. It's like, oh, Mr. Tanaka, what do you like? And he just like, and these are in front of like 10-year-old kids. And he's like, oh, I like beer. I'm like, oh, what? He's like, yeah, beer. Wee. And this guy's like 47, looks like a creepy old man. And when these 10-year-old kids, I'm like, yo, what the heck just happened right now? What? I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. I like apple juice too. Oh, yeah. Like, I was shocked, bro. And the kids are just like, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm down, bro. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I was like, holy, what just happened? And I just felt so awkward. But to my surprise, the kids didn't mind. They didn't bat an eye. I guess it's just a normal thing. So I'm like, okay, maybe that was just an isolated incident. So then let's fast forward 2 years into this year. And I've been teaching with this teacher for about, 3 years now. And she's great. And so we have another lesson for the 3rd year. It's called like, oh, it is important for me to whatever, right? So I'm like, okay. So like you could say like, oh, it is important for me to read books, or it is interesting for me to, play video games or something, right? So then I'm doing the example introduction, and then I'm like, okay, Miss Tanaka, we'll call her Miss Tanaka to protect her identity. Like, Miss Tanaka, what is important for you? And then, okay, so she says without a doubt, we have pretty good rapport, but she just says without batting an eye, it is important for me to drink alcohol. What? The kids are just like, oh, cool. I'm just like, what? I was bursting out laughing. And then she's like, oh, wait, no. I'm like, oh, okay, she's going to correct herself. And she's like, it is important for me to drink beer. I'm just like, what? And she's like a cute like woman teacher stuff. That's sexist. That's probably sexist, SAW America, but you know how Japan's far back. But anyway, like, you don't get the image off of her, right? You think she's like sipping wine or something. I'm just like, don't get more specific with it. What are you doing? Like, when I grew up, I don't know about you guys, but when I grew up in high school and stuff, I was under the guise that my teachers slept at the school. They didn't have lives, and I didn't even like conceive about drinking or anything like that. Or they came to school hungover like I do sometimes, or our teachers do sometimes. It's crazy. And this just kind of blew my mind how it's just like, yo, this is a completely different culture. And it's one of those culture shock things where it's like, I don't know if I would ever get comfortable with that. Like, I just been conditioned so hard by like my family's values or Catholic values or whatever. But I was even talking to some of my foreigner friends, like, yeah, that's almost kind of normal for me. Or in some of them, it'd be a mixed bag. Some of them say no. Some of them say yes, that, they don't drink in front of the kids, whatever. And it's just like, wow. And then I think about it more, and it's like, you'll see like people, their families bringing their kids to izakaya and getting drunk, piss-faced drunk in front of the kids while the kids play Fortnite on their phones and stuff. Man's coming to Torikizoku, going to izakaya and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is really weird. And that is one of those big culture shock things for me. I was like, yo, that's really weird. And I guess it's just a difference in culture, guys. There's just some things you just gotta learn to accept, and some things that, that just don't happen, in your country. But that's normal here. And I think that's one of the big things, guys. Drinking culture in Japan, amongst adults, is different, or maybe more or less the same. But, when it comes to your family and children and stuff like that, I guess, I don't know, let me know if you know any Japanese, people, or if you are Japanese, if you drink in front of your kids, or you kind of just promote drinking or whatever. I'm curious to know because this is really something that's been on my mind for a while, and maybe I'll make a video on it someday on the Maydaysan in Japan channel. But anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Really short video. I noticed my podcast a little bit too long. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay in the background. And if you guys like this kind of content, please let me know in the comment section down below what you want me to talk about next. If you want to be on the show, please send me a message on Facebook or Twitter, all that fun stuff. I'm most active on Twitter and Facebook if you have a fun story to talk about. Or you can send me a story and I can just, you know, talk about it here on the channel if you want me to be that voice of anonymity for you. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the main channel, all that fun stuff. And remember, drink in front of your kids. Mata ne.